Hi Aquarius, welcome back. Thank you for being here. Let's dive in. Aquarius, messages for Aquarius people and placements. You could be not sure about what to pursue. Like maybe you're dealing with an air sign, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Somebody here could have used quite harsh words, the feminine at least. Commitment is in question, definitely. What is the key? What is the solution, right? There could have been a level of denial that this person was cutting out, especially regarding like somebody that was impulsive or wasn't protecting their instincts, wasn't protecting their drives, what they were like. Maybe to the Queen of Swords, the King of Wands, especially in reverse, is someone who is very wishy-washy, doesn't know what they want, is very impulsive, in and out, up and down, moody, right? So this person maybe saw that and maybe saw needed to cut something out in order to move towards more stability. This could have caused some sadness, but I think you're working through it. They could have decided to move beyond something because they had to establish more peace and security and stability financially in their home. There could be a level of confusion for the King of Swords energy here, which is a masculine air sign. We have the King and Queen here on the board. So this could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person. This person might be considering their options, might be a bit confused on what has happened regarding this commitment, how their manifestation kind of went awry, why it went awry. And it looks like, I was just going to say that. It looks like it's definitely coming from the fact that this King of Swords is probably tied to the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands here, where there's a lack of stability, especially with the King of Pentacles in the reverse. This person does not have boundaries in their finances. They overspend. They don't think about long-term security, right? So, and that, how are you supposed to have a proper commitment and long-term success with somebody if you can't even protect your finances? So that could have been part of the reason why this was crumbling. So there's a need to detach from this emotionally, maybe process, analyze it, come out of any pain that you've been feeling, any heartbreak, and start to just focus on your own personal contentment and happiness and peace at this time, and that might reveal more about the next steps ahead. So let's go ahead and see what they want you to do. What is the most best advice for Aquarius to align them on their most abundant path? Okay, interesting. Tell us more. You need to focus on a new start for yourself financially, planting that seed in the dirt, cultivating security from the Ace of Pentacles so that you eventually end up in the Ten of Pentacles here with security and stability, the ability to, have a strong family life and everything, provide type vibe, especially if I'm speaking to a masculine. This could have been what was really at cause in the betrayal, but it looks like it's coming to end. This could be in the present moment that you should be focusing on your finances, making strategies. Don't put this off is the vibe I'm getting as well. Something about reciprocity, give and take dynamics. Are you getting paid enough in your current work? Is there a good balance of reciprocity? Maybe somebody here was overgiving or undergiving, right? And interesting. Very interesting. Any last advice for the Aquariuses here? Focus on your intuition, develop your intuition, really focus on yourself, and then you can come together with somebody else if that's your choice. I'm seeing a lot of confusion, but it looks like you're coming out of some kind of anxiety, which is really great, considering different options. Okay. Strength, taming the inner beast, right? Coming out of self-imposed restrictions regarding love relationships, establishing more of a karmic justice, a balance, especially after maybe you have to disconnect from somebody in your past, especially if you're still in a commitment. Take control back over your life so that you can come into the Two of Cups and move towards the Fool energy, which is a new beginning, right? So that could result in some kind of rest as well. You might be reflecting at this time on your self-confidence, what is the foundation of all of this? What are the subconscious issues that are at play here? So we'll grab you an animal oracle definitely to get you advice, most vital advice for the Aquariuses. Woo. Okay, number 7 in the reverse. Let's go ahead. Maybe this is about relationships in general, like partnerships, commitments, business contacts, and contracts. Maybe there's a need to reflect on those things to make sure that they're healthy. Maybe they want you to focus on yourself first. When Bee Spirit comes as your protector, she asks you to be very honest with yourself. Do you want to taste the sweet honey others have made, but you believe is unattainable for you? Do you wonder how others ended up with so much magical honey when you seem to have none? Have you bought into the illusion of separation and become convinced that you can't have what others in the hive enjoy? Do you separate from the hive and do it all on your own, or hoard what honey you have, unwilling to trust that there is plenty of support and plenty of sweetness to go around? If you have been overworking or overdoing and have not given yourself any time to enjoy the sweetness of your life, Bee Spirit is telling you to stop and recharge. Perhaps you're afraid that if you don't get something done, it just won't get done. However, even busy bees need to take a break, especially since we have that King of Wands upside down. This is like somebody that's just spreading themselves way too thin, right? So there's a need to consolidate, meditate even, And when they do, the honey still gets made, yeah, so that you can actually come to a better strategy for long-term security, right? So remind yourself that sweetness is everywhere and available when you always need it. Don't overwork yourself like a slave. The upper end of Capricorn energy, which is represented by taking control over your life, is establishing discipline over yourself. You are also ruled by Saturn traditionally, also Uranus in the modern day. But Uranus likes to break confines. They don't really like to follow rules. A lot of Aquariuses are very rebellious, but there is a need to have structures in your life that allow you to build a solid foundation, right? Especially if you want to achieve that with somebody else. Unless you have somebody that is totally on a different wavelength, but most people, how am I supposed to invest if you want a relationship to be serious, then there's got to be a serious plan in place, right? There needs to be structures formed, right? That's what commitment is. That's why Capricorn and Libra share that kind of, they understand the importance of commitments, of business, of contracts, you know what I mean? So money, right? So yeah, this could be about your home life and your finances. It might be important that you change where you live so that you can afford something, or reflect on how your finances impact where you live, and likewise, both ways. Let's see, Aquarius, any other messages of importance? Declutter, okay. You'll feel better and more focused if you take the time to clear away clutter from your living and workspace. Donate what you can to help others who may need your items. Be sure to keep your schedule uncluttered as well. Make sure you have time to meditate, right? Okay, let's see. To process your emotions. Don't distract yourself. Don't ignore it, right? Most important vital advice. Thank you. Candle magic here. Beautiful Sagittarius energy. Seeing a higher perspective. Learning. Education, right? Wrong book. Intentions and prayer. There are few spells that are complete without a candle, or 2 or 10. Candles make the setting of a spell more magical and also play an essential role in a spell. So maybe if you're meditating, light a candle, or those can call in good spirits, or maybe burn things that you wish to get rid of, or call in spirits, make a sincere prayer, right? Candles carry our wishes out into the universe and our intentions, and they pull in our words and prayers along the spines and send them out through the tips of the flames. Aside from carrying intentions, candles call in good spirits and nature's helpers who are drawn to the light. These spirits protect us as well as hold our intentions, making spells more magical and effective and special. When you're holding candle magic, know that your intentions and prayers have been received by the powers that be. They know you are in need of support and are working hard behind the scenes to bring your prayers to life. You do not need to worry, as your intentions will manifest when the time is right. Interesting. Let's grab you one of these. Most vital messages for Aquarius. Ooh, wow. That one really went flying. Harvest Witch. Okay, so there is something about finances here, maybe a new beginning, a mindset shift in those areas. Rewards for effort, maturity, and satisfaction. What sacrifices have you made for the greater vision of what is to be? I mean, there's a new gateway opening up, definitely. You might have to sacrifice a sense of understanding yourself to come into a more stronger sense of understanding yourself, put more focus on yourself, improving yourself. A lot of Capricorn, or what Saturn rules as black magic, requires sacrifices, because only when we sacrifice things do we have room for new energy to come in. Your higher self chose this card because there's no guarantee a crop yields results, or these results will be worth the effort. Sometimes things don't work out despite your blood, sweat, and tears, and there comes a time when you have to be honest about how much longer you can invest in a dying crop. You may need to consider whether or not you have actually given your all, or all you have to give. Perhaps you've taken shortcuts here or there, used cheap materials to save money, or given a half-hearted effort. This card represents the moment when you weigh the effort versus the rewards. Harvest Witch is here to evaluate your progress. She asks you whether you're doing enough to bring your goals to life, or are you playing it safe and small and approaching your dreams with a naive perspective. She reminds you that you get out what you're willing to put in. If you've been cutting corners or procrastinating, Harvest Witch advises you to take a more grounded and practical approach. How can you be better prepared to handle circumstances? Are you truly invested in seeing your goals come to life, or is this something that would be nice to have but nothing you're passionate about? If you've been putting in a great deal of effort with very little results, perhaps it's time to shift your tactics and try something different. You may need to find a fresh way to go about achieving your goals, or it might be time to cut your losses altogether and find a new dream to explore. When the crop is diseased or tainted, it might be in your long-term interest to destroy what's dying so the rest can have a fighting chance. There will be even moments when the entire crop needs to be destroyed and you'll have to start again. Be honest with yourself, listen to your heart, and move forward with the choice that supports you best in the future. So always making choices in the present moment, considering the long-term effects. That's what Warren Buffett does. That's what a lot of bankers, people who focus on finances, it's not about short-term gains, it's about long-term gains. If I have to give up a little bit in the present moment, and it's worth it in the long term, that's the most important strategy. It's kind of like playing chess, right? So let's grab you a few juicier messages here for Aquarius. Get into a new TV show. Interesting. Any other messages for Aquarius? Valak could be a demon or daemon that you should look into on YouTube regarding themes that you're dealing with, or they might want to work with you. Horus is another one. Haures. We also have Gamagen. I think that's how you say it. I have no idea. Then we have Belphegor. Belphegor is another one to look into. You might have similarities to this person. Somebody's moving on, or you're moving on. Maybe you're successfully moving on from something that was holding you back. You also have Valak. Here's another demon or daemon or spirit to work with. Any other messages for Aquarius? Fake apology. Interesting. Make sure that you're not bringing your chaos to somebody else, because you're not going to be stronger together. You both might just be in drama, and it's not fair for you to bring your confusion to somebody else, right? You need to be stable before you can join somebody else's life, and if you're not stable, stay away, right? Focus on yourself. Angels surround you, so there is help and spirits that want to help. You can have a bad boss. Somebody here could be trying to isolate somebody. Somebody here is not that smart. Let's see what else we need. Let's grab you guys some deeper messages. Aquarius, messages for the Aquarius. Yeah, somebody here does not rely on their intuition when they should. Somebody here is against spirituality likely, and they don't heal themselves. Let's see. Maybe we'll grab you guys a Cali. Did we already grab... No, we didn't. Messages for Aquarius. Oh, Lord. Okay, let's go ahead and read this one, shall we? 6, Trauma Nagmo. Okay. She arises instinctively, responding to a severe threat to your well-being, freedom, and sacred fulfillment. Her fierce form causes the impure to tremble and the pure of heart to move close. She is ferocious in her wrath against injustice. Dispense with thoughts of vengeance. Pray for mercy for all, especially those trapped in patterns of consciousness harmful towards themselves or others. Open your heart to her heart and allow her to attempt all matters of karma while you remain true to your higher self. Troma Nagmo is the black, wrathful mother of tantric wisdom. As her mother, she is available to all hearts who seek protection, teaching, and assistance. She is a fiercer form of the already fierce Vajragini from the Tibetan spiritual tradition. As such, she takes spiritual protection to the highest level. She is associated with the Tibetan practice of Chod, which facilitates complete fearlessness, rapid spiritual growth, and severing of attachment. The word Chod translates as cutting through. Troma Nagmo's presence indicates that you will outgrow any issue, even those so persistent as to last a very long time, or that appear to be beyond your capacity to overcome. This comforting, powerful obstacle may be an attachment, a stuck pattern, or an unhealthy misuse of energy. It may be a set of circumstances that you have created or that another has imposed on you. It may relate to this or other lifetimes. Whatever the cause, her presence indicates it's time for it to end. As you move close to her presence in your heart, you will be able to cut through the mental and emotional clinging to a particular outcome or interpretation, so the situation unravels rapidly, allowing for swift progress on your soul path. If you have felt as though the way forward in any matter of concern has been barred, her spiritual intervention to clear it is imminent. No obstacle can withstand her will. No suffering can continue in her presence. Her ways are exceptional and expedient, precise and effective. Liberation and enlightenment and empowerment are always the results of her activity. An expanded capacity to accomplish your sacred work is indicated, and it shall bring far-reaching benefits for all. Give up your notions of how things should be and seek sanctuary in the wild, wrathful wisdom unfolding. It may seem to be chaotic, bumpy at times, but there is a loving intelligence guiding the process, and you are safe. You may not understand her wisdom or method, but you can trust in what is happening, especially the things breaking apart or arising anew. Any pain you are experiencing now is much less than what would have taken root if certain circumstances were allowed to continue. When a boundary needs to be set, it is not a time to play nice, nor to pacify people or circumstances attempting to exploit good nature. Troma Nagmo shall not stand for such disrespect, and trying to keep the peace by cultivating behaviors that are not self-honoring will backfire. Authenticity with compassionate detachment is the only way forward now. Trust in her more than you trust in your doubts or fears. She has the power to bring about what needs to occur. Beautiful. Okay. Something is definitely shedding. Definitely. I was going to pull you guys a wisdom. We'll see what comes out, I guess, before we close this out. Most vital message for Aquarius: to align them on their most abundant spiritual path, please. Most important messages for Aquarius at this time. Orphaned in the reverse. Okay, this could be somebody you were dating. Maybe you felt connected to somebody. Alrighty. The shadow side of this card speaks to the essence of abandonment. Perhaps you feel a need to remain apart because intimacy is too threatening. It also warns against creating inappropriate family structures in order to conceal old wounds. It's time to address the unhealthy alliances you formed and make a decision to heal the past. You will not be abandoned by the world if you claim yourself as whole. Not all relationships are dysfunctional and not all of them will disappoint you. Don't abandon yourself. You can connect with others in a healthy way once you recognize your patterns and consciously choose to interrupt them. Life wants to love you, so let it. So there's definitely a mastery, a letting go, a kind of shedding, a culmination point, a wholeness coming to end, a completion, right? We have the Aries full moon tomorrow. But there's also an opportunity for higher wisdom, spirituality, the bigger picture thinking, the concise analysis of all the small micro details that allow you to operate in a much more optimistic, positive way, moving forward with your own self-identity, which will allow you to meet others who are on the same frequency. I do hope you enjoyed this reading. Please hit like, comment, share, subscribe. If you want a personal, you can message me on Telegram. If you want to leave a tip, you can do so through the Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. Take care. Good luck.